So, with that being said, let's go into one of our bigger topics. Jasmine Crockett's 2026 Senate campaign. Set us up, sir.
No, let her before your mic closes. Let us. Yeah, you set us up for this. Yeah.
What am I supposed to set up?
Well, Jasmine Crockett's running for Senate. Okay, so Jasmine Crockett's running for Senate in 2026 in Texas. And she made her announcement last week. It was a strong rebuke of the current administration and the things that are going on. And it's interesting, that I think it's a challenge for her going from, the representative side to a Senate seat, but it's a great stepping stone for her because she has become such a polarizing figure in a good way for speaking out against the BS that's going on in Washington and really being a light and opportunity for Black people. I wonder what Stephen A. Smith has to say about this. Goofy man. But anyway, set us up with some of the other things or Noah, I think Thelma, you live in Texas, so you live in Dallas. That's her district, isn't it? District is Dallas, right?
Yeah, her district is Dallas. I live in the great, not so great state of Texas, where we got Hot Wheels, rolling his ass through, fucking up shit. But I can say, I've known Jasmine for several years on the attorney side when she was a defense attorney, and she's been the exact same way. Very vocal, very outspoken when it came to her clients and making sure that their rights were not being violated. They're a great advocate, sharp as a whip. So it was no surprise to me when she went into politics, and to see her and how she has progressed over the years and how she has literally changed how individuals in politics show up in their true authentic selves, regardless of where they come from, where they grew up, how they speak. But you can't take away that girl is smart as fuck. You cannot take that away from her. And that's what scares them. They have fear from the power that she has. Mm-hmm. And that's the reason why there's an attack on not only Black women this year, but specifically her, because she is the face of the Democratic Party, although they don't like to acknowledge that all the time. I'm talking about these older,
the OGs,
the expired, the ones that have expired and need to go home and sit down. But we have to look at it now like she's here. She's not going anywhere. So how can we get her into the seat where she belongs?
I want to throw some math at you guys real quick that I just pulled up. So just for context, from July 2023 to July 2024, the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area added about 200,000 new residents, primarily of African-American descent. Mm-hmm. And then from July 2023 to July 2024, the city of Houston added about 43,000 people, primarily of color. There's a whole bunch of people who are now moving into that Texas area because of livability, job opportunity, and any of those two. So
I mean, I think I know a lot of people that have moved to. Actually, Dallas is having his moment.
Oh my God!
Dallas is the prom queen of Black cities right now, right? What, you don't like that?
We don't want y'all. We full.
No, we need y'all. We need her now.
Wait, how's Dallas full and Atlanta?
Listen,
Atlanta's not full.
Hold on, we are full.
How are you full?
Don't worry, we full. Go to Austin. Go to Houston. We good. Okay.
But this is important.
Unless y'all are coming in, looking like us, we full. Stay away.
Oh my God.
So the reason I bring that up is because it was the influx of people who came for the film industry into Georgia that turned the state back when Joe Biden was running. Mm-hmm. So I've been saying she's got a really good shot.
You bring up a good point, because we were so close during the Biden's campaign, during his presidential run, of turning Texas or certain parts of Texas blue. We were so, especially Dallas County, because Dallas County has a high population of minorities. Like we said, okay, it's purple. We gonna get it blue. It's purple. We see the blue coming in. So with that information, it is very promising, and Jasmine just has to tap into that base, tap in, step on next,
So-
do everything.
And then I mentioned that I saw her at Tyler Perry's party. Did I mention?
Yeah, you did.
So Jasmine was at the party, and I walked right up to Jasmine and said, I sent you a video, because I text her a video, but basically I said, look, you want to win Texas, you're going to need Fanbase. I want to talk to you about using Fanbase, because what she also has to do is be able to freely build a coalition of support without the noise and distractions that are already presently on social media.
Yes.
And she's getting hammered a lot online by bots. They're already attacking her.
Attacking me.
They're already.
I got a real story for you on it.
Go ahead.
So I interviewed Jasmine Crockett at the Route 100.
Yeah, I heard.
She collaborated on the post with me, and this is so sad. The vocal minority, every other post is just something real negative. I could go in and tell you about 3 things right now that are just attacking her because of her looks, her
Her bots.
policies. It's I hope so, because some of these people are just
They are
saying some
bots.
real out of pocket.
No. She's getting attacked by bots because I think Thelma said bots.
My post has been
Yeah.
flooded with bots, and I'm working over. I'm like going blocking and deleting, like, cause I'm like, what the hell?
But I'll let you know she's a threat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They wouldn't go through all this, all of that if they didn't, consider her a threat. But
But that is why she needs a fan base.
I'm gonna say this because I mentioned this before, is that even during Kamala's run, I offered up audio rooms. And one of the audio rooms as a way to connect with voters in real time without even having to download Fanbase as an app, right? So audio rooms on Fanbase are available publicly on the web without having to download the app. So you can reach as many people that have access to that URL. So you can place that URL in a newsletter, that URL on a website, in a tweet, in a post, in a DM, in a mask, text, anything that you want to do to reach massive amounts of people and have a clear connection to the people that you want to reach and connect with. And I think, Jasmine, she needs that. And I offer that up to her, and I know we're going to make something like that happen because it needs to be clear of the clutter. Like, you need to have a clear path to be able to talk to voters, especially on the web, because there are CTA buttons that you can click on and go to her website and hear her platform and all that kind of stuff. And so I think that's important. And Jasmine is one of 8 Black women that are running for Senate in 2026 all across the United States of America. So it's a really good opportunity to put a lot of Black women in the Senate in the United States of America coming in 2026, and that's powerful.
So just some more facts about this. Texas has not elected a Democratic senator since 1988, and no statewide Democrat since 1998. What do you guys think it'll take for a Democrat to win in 2026? You just spoke to audience. What else?
I just think I think you have to win the game of reach, and you have to win the game of motivation. Like, you have to be able to talk to people, millions and millions of people, in real time and get them to do what you need them to do. And the best way to do that is not through an email, it's not through a flyer in the mail, it's not through door knocking. It's to open up this room live and instantly be able to reach millions of people and say, come in this room. I need you guys to go out and register to vote. I need you to go out and vote today. I need you to go do all these things and have an impact. You have to have a really good digital strategy moving forward, because that's why they're buying up all these platforms. That's why they're trying to buy TikTok. So they're like, so nothing to Jasmine Crockett on TikTok in 2026 at all. And so we have to have alternative platforms to make those things happen.
Thelma, I have a question for you. What would Jasmine Crockett's, we're going to wish it into speak into existence, victory mean for Black women representation in government right now?
We can go back to Shirley Chisholm. We can go back to how significant her being elected was. And when you take it and you put it into now, and knowing that Texas has been so defiant with opening doors for minorities to have those prominent seats, that alone shows you how significant a black outspoken, smart, intellectual, tongue-killing Black woman being elected, how much history that is going to create and how many doors that is going to open up, because it's going to show that yes, we are being told that, hey, that door is not going to open for you. We don't give a fuck about the door. The door was put there for you all, not for us. We gonna walk through that door. So for that to be a vision that we can envision, I think it's major. It's I have no words how big it is going to be, but I know how much we need that.
This question is for the both of you. How important is national party support? In the past, we've had figures like Joe Biden, where the Democratic Party was split on over if should he even run for the 2024 election. What does that look like for Miss Crockett?
I mean, we need to get we need to get our ish together. And I'm saying black people,
Yeah.
like, I'm not even talking about just Democrats, but people that just believe that what's going on right now is just not right, right? You know, the attack on black women, the attack on minorities, this white supremacist, racist agenda that is being perpetuated by the administration every single day, and we have to turn that around. And what can happen is we can't get lost in the single issue voter mess that we always get caught up in, where everybody personalizes their vote to one specific issue. Meanwhile, the only thing on the ballot on the other side is white supremacy. And that's easy to get people to go out and vote for, because that promotes fear and that promotes anger in the other side. And so that's an easy message to send to people, that we're losing the country and the minorities are going to take over, and the blacks and the Mexicans and the Muslims and all that. And all this stuff is happening. We got to stop them. We got to deport them. We got to shut them down. We got to throw them in jail. And so we need to fight fire with fire and have that same force back. Like, no, we're here to stay. This is our country too. This is a diverse land. We're all going to show up and vote and show you what people of color look like when we're voting. That's what we need.
When I look at the national approval, I'm talking about the ones are considered the head. I don't think so, because they're a little too weak for me. They fall to the norms, and we are
Say some names. Who we talking about?
We are no longer in the norm. We are
Chuck Schumer?
We talking about all of them.
You talking about Hakeem Jeffries?
That one too. Keep going.
Who else is it? I don't know. Them eight.
They're
folded. Now healthcare is screwed up.
So for me, I think we are past needing their approval, because their approval carries no weight when it comes to now, because people have seen them fall so far and submit themselves to a dictator when the people have voted you in. So why the fuck are we gonna trust y'all giving a approval when we have already approved this person? So we just need to continue to put boots on the ground for this person, because we are the ones that's voting. We are the ones that have to do the work. Y'all just sit up there and make up excuses and don't do shit. So we don't care if y'all approve of it or not. We know who we want, and we know how we're going to help this person get to where we want them to get.
One of the things I love coming back to is when Jasmine Crockett was speaking about ownership in platforms. The question, she was here in Atlanta, right?
Yep. And Noah asked a brilliant question.
I wasn't going to do that
No,
to myself.
Noah asked a very brilliant question up on the roof.
And the question dealt with ownership, right? Where did the Democratic Party go wrong? And she said such a great answer, which was, while the Republican base was mastering and owning and seeing the value in platforms, the Democratic Party was figuring out how to post.
Right. And since that conversation, now we have Oracle acquiring TikTok.
Yep.
Right. You have Skydance, Paramount trying to acquire Warner Brothers, which includes CNN. So yeah, nothing's changed. And this is the thing. This is what's interesting too. I've seen, if I had so I don't want to go down this path, but Charlie Kirk was a very positive figure for white supremacy and the Republican Party, because he was well funded. he was funded by the Republican Party.
Turning.
And I'm saying, who on our side of the game is funded like that?
Nobody.
Nobody, right? But there are some people, if I had my choice of who we need to put money behind, who's young and who can invigorate people and really help someone like Jasmine Crockett and really get up there and help people vote. First, number one, my guy Kyle from Deontay Kyle from Grits and Eggs.
Yes.
I'm saying Deontay Kyle because that's a voice. Like you put somebody behind him. Joshua Doss, if you don't know Doss Discourse, Joshua Doss, he's a great pundit, African American. And then my guys from the Jam podcast out of Chicago.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind, like where are the entities putting 20, 30, 40, 50 million dollars behind those guys to elevate their platforms? All of them are young. All of them are young. Everybody's in their 20s and 30s. Like level these people up.
Yes.
Level these young men up.
Bloomberg,
Really
where are you, man?
Huh?
Where's Bloomberg right now?
I know.
Come on,
who's that guy? What's the name they always talk about? Soros. They always talk about like, yo, like where's the bag for them? Because Charlie Kirk was getting like $40 million a year.
Yeah.
Imagine getting $40 million a year to infiltrate college campuses and tell them that that black people are taking your jobs and Mexicans are stealing your country. And you got $40 million a year to do it. Somebody on the progressive side needs to put that type of bag up and put it behind Deontay Kyle, Joshua Doss, Jam podcast,
and bring them to, especially bringing them to Texas.
Yeah, right, and then bring them to those types of states and help them, get the word out about how important voting is and being part of the community.
I really like that. I really like that from the standpoint of switching that narrative that the Candace Owens tried to, what was it, Blix or whatever they name, Blessick or whatever the hell their name is.
Right.
Was going on to, like that would be very, very powerful to grab those voices and take them on a tour throughout Texas colleges, especially the new voters that have not voted yet or the ones that have that are in college. You go and you get on those campuses during the perfect time during football season, or even during the summer or spring, you will be amazed at how much that is going to benefit the town.
Yeah, we don't elevate our young people. We have a party of a bunch of old people. Even in the Republican Party, the OGs don't want to leave, but they did have Charlie Kirks.
Yeah,
And they do have JD Vance. They do have people that they have put money behind and said, look, we're going to get you in here and you're a lot younger. And so hopefully, if the Democratic Party has any sense at all, which they haven't shown in the last few, probably 6-8 years, that they have any sense about how to play the game early, then they would. Sidebar, I read today, and I was going to mention this, and I want to know you guys' thoughts about this, but it looks like Kamala Harris is putting in a bid to potentially run in 2028. Have you heard that?
I have not, but that's interesting.
Yeah. That she's thinking about a presidential run in 2028. What are your initial thoughts on that?
Honestly, just to piggyback before we go there, I believe and to take it back to Jasmine real quick, she gave Jasmine the blueprint on how to actually run a successful campaign. If she take the mistakes of what Kamala did,
Oh, okay.
and switching into
You and I both had the same look, like, wait, what?
What?
like
Successful campaign.
Yeah, you take the mistakes that she made,
Yeah, I'm about to say.
and you look at
Kamala ran.
you look at
campaign.
no, you look at what she did wrong and how she could have done it right, and you bring that shit to Texas, and that is going to set her up to have as much success that she wants to have with this campaign, because Kamala crawled so she can walk that shit back to Texas and take advantage of it.
You know, we might have had this conversation, Mr. Hayes, but I think what happened with the Harris campaign is the exact same thing that happened with the Clinton campaign, and that they put their resources into all the wrong things.
They put their resources into old, play out stuff that we already did here in Atlanta.
And even people who were speaking, respect. I love Meg Thee Stallion, but I don't
I
necessarily.
don't want to see her ass I don't want to see her shaking ass on the stage.
But here's what I mean by that. When Keisha Lance Bottoms was running in 2017, the strategy to get celebrities to back her campaign was me and Falana. Like, literally, like, we were the ones that gathered the Killer Mikes and the T.I.s and the Ludas and the Will Packers and everybody across the city to get Keisha into office. And since then, we're going back to 2017. We're in 2025 now. People have been trying to run that play over and over again. Stacey Abrams tried to run that play. I was like, that's not the play. Joe Biden, he didn't really run that play. He had COVID to run off of, right? But even with Kamala Harris, you can't do that. You can't put a whole bunch of celebrities up on page. And because I love Quavo, I love Beyonce, I love, Megan Thee Stallion, but those aren't the voices that need to lead in a moment of crisis or be heard in a moment of crisis. What you need to do is you need to allow those types of people to speak to their audience on their platforms in their way to come out and vote for you. That's what you do, not cut checks to have them come out perform and think that that's enough to get people to go out and vote when food is on the table or, inflation or housing and stuff like that is on the table. That's just a wrong play. And that's a lot of what the Harris campaign did. And again, a lot of what I said and a lot of what other people said fell on deaf ears because I think the people that were running Harris's campaign, and this is in no shade. Listen to what I'm going to say, because I don't want this to be taken the wrong way, but I think Kamala's campaign should have been ran by more people of color. And I think if Jasmine wants to find success in Texas, if Jasmine wants to find success in Texas in the Senate, she needs to have her campaign run by large amounts of people of color that know how to talk to our community in a way to just say, oh no, let's just go sit down with Shannon Sharp and think that's going to make everything all right. Or go talk to Oprah and figure that's going to just make black people get out and vote.
You're going to have to hit the actual stages that you're going to reach your voters. Everybody don't watch these nationally recognized platforms. Like, they want that intimate feeling, and you're going to have to go to these different little, even if how small they are, you can flip a voter really quick just by showing up, and they're like, oh shit, I didn't even know you existed, because they're in these small ass cities and they don't get no traction. So it's going to be very important. Like, her campaign team they're going to have to work hard, but they have to be some of the most brilliant at executing the message to tell the story that the voters need to hear so that they can know, okay, it's time for us to change.
So
100%.
Is there any last topic thoughts you guys have on this topic?
No, I mean, just like, hey man, Jasmine, you know what's up? Fanbase, young people, energize the voters. Go to people's phones. Like, ain't nobody looking at TV no more. I mean, and I know that older people vote more than younger people, but I think you have a real opportunity to get people out now. And this is a fact. It's a fact about Texas. Texas has the largest population of black people in the whole United States of America. Just in one state, they have the largest population of black people in the United States of America. They could effectively, along with the other progressive people that live in that state, if all engaged and if all motivated to go out and vote, she could win that state.
Yeah. My last thing is run for president, Ms. Crockett.
There you go. Cool.